looking at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. Tonight, a pair of NFC West rivals set to do battle. It's the San Francisco 49ers and the Los Angeles Rams. Ready to get this game started. Here's Eddie Pinheiro. And here we go from LA. Blake Corum now to return it. They'll bottle him up just as he gets it to the 30. So the Rams offense getting out there for their opening drive of the game. It's a 17-year pro steering this ship, Brock, an active leader in basically every passing category and continuing to try and build that Hall of Fame case. Matthew Stafford.
Stafford just continues to fight off injuries, and he continues to battle Father Time. And it is remarkable. There's a lot of quarterbacks as we see him age. We see the arm fall apart. We see the wear and the tear and the velocity disappear. We're just not seeing that with Stafford. You can question how long the journey may continue, but you cannot question how productive he is when he's on that field. Anytime you get that chunk of yards, gosh, you can just feel it in the stadium. It just changes the whole complexion of the drive. They're now set up beautifully in enemy territory to end this series with points.
First down, and they go right back to him. The stop is made, but not until he reaches that 17-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup, and it brings up an LA first down.
Well, this defense has not had an answer, Kate, for either of the first two plays on this drive. I think it's got everybody, you and me, every fan believing, well, they're only one play away from putting points on the board.
Now run here with Blake Corum. And get forward about 5 yards, it looks like. It's second down now.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
First down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5. They send Nakua in motion left. On second down, a run with Williams. And he's going to manage 3 for them on the play. Stop just a little bit shy of the marker.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And the 49ers in a nickel set. Third down coming. Shotgun snap to Stafford. That's caught by Williams. And this spot is going to be closed, but he does not have that first. They're going to face 4th and short.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face, because I could think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that third down?
Going for it, it's Williams. And they come through to stay on the field. That is enough to set this offense up with a 1st and goal.
That's simply a bet being made that not only is your call or scheme better, but that your players just want it more than the big fellas on defense do. And clearly on that one, they did.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. Stafford now against the blitz. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him, and that makes it 2nd and goal.
I think those big old boxing gloves might have made a better catch and a better call than receiver gloves right there for that one. It is going to be a fight to hang on the ball, and we just saw physicality personified.
Working from the gun, here's Stafford. Touchdown, LA! The Rams finish up an excellent opening series. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yep, certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes. Not quite sure what was coming next. And it will be that same strategy they employ, I'm going to guess so, until that defense proves they can stop it.
On comes Joshua Carty to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Rams will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
49ers nothing.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Moore with a return. And decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. So here come the 49ers now to take over for the first time. They're led out by the fourth-year passer out of Iowa State, Brock Purdy.
From Mr. Irrelevant just 3 years ago to one of the highest-paid quarterbacks in the NFL, Brock Purdy has just been the model of competitive grit. And Kate, these 49ers just feed off of it. Is he the most talented? No. But he plays with tremendous heart, and his teammates follow him.
I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
The entire playbook is open here, Brock. It is 2nd and inches. Purdy, a quick throw, complete. And he'll get it up to the 44. He gets 6 on that play, and that's a 49er first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Purdy. It's taken in by Kendrick Bourne. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it brings up a San Francisco first down.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns. He puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Throw right side is caught by Jennings. And he will wind up out of bounds after a first down gain of right around 3 yards. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit. And you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. I'm hungry. Again, it's Brock Purdy. On target to his back. Here's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Offense already looking like they're in mid-game form. They've got it down to the 32. Purdy on first down. Has him on the quick hitter. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
They're now set for 1st and 10. From the red zone now. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
On second down, here's McCaffrey. And he finds just enough daylight for a 5-yard gain. It's 3rd down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Leading 4 here on 3rd down. This is going to be the 9th play of this drive. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Too much on that, and it sails through the end zone, incomplete.
Intended for
All right, partner testing the perimeter early there. Coverage held up. Could be a tough day for those outside receivers to make an impact.
Okay, partner, testing you here. You've heard me say this a lot. Okay, coordinator's job is to get you man-to-man coverage, and your job is?
To win it. They send out Eddie Pinheiro for the field goal. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. Pinheiro's kick is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
They were able to answer a score with a score. Maybe not to tie the game, but to certainly turn some of the momentum.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Here's Jordan Whittington on the return. Escapes a defender. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. Gets at the 25-yard line. So the LA offense getting out there for their second drive. And the last time they had it, they ran it down the field on them. I'd expect some better resistance up front if they try that again. LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. They gain 14 on the play. And the Rams are going to have a 1st down.
Okay, to run like that, just everybody gets to breathe. Things become so much easier when you start a drive with momentum like that.
1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Stafford now. Got deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. And this is picked up by the 49ers. And San Francisco takes the return to the end zone. Touchdown. The 49ers capitalize on that turnover and take the lead. Great time to bring some extra pressure off that snap, and that made all the difference in getting that fumble and the defensive score.
I can hear it in your voice. I think you saw it coming. I saw it coming. I think even the crowd saw it coming.
Yep.
That quarterback did not see that blitz coming, and boy, did it pay dividends.
Eddie Pinheiro on now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the 49ers push their lead to 3.
Rams 7.
Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored, and with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. Whittington now on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive, too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games, that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
He's got the hook up to Atwell. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 32. Stafford is hit, the ball is out. And they scoop it up, time to push for the line. And this one, not surprisingly, brought a loss of yards as they had to scramble to even get that football back. The rookie from Texas there on the tackle.
Well, I think you know the only thing redeeming about that play, Kate.
They got the ball back.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, they got the ball back, but a whole lot longer down in distance.
They dodged the turnover, but still 3rd and pretty long. They've got to figure out. Stafford from the gun. He lofts it deep left. They connect on the deep shot. It's a full 40 yards on the play, Brock, and a new set of downs.
That is so much more the exception than the rule when you're targeting double or triple coverage. You may be fortunate to complete a fair number of those throws, but gains like that, those are rare, and that's big time.
Down inside the 40 now with a 1st down following that last play. Up the gut they go with Williams. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, two-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
2nd and 6 now. Quick slant taken in by Nakua. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Well, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
All right, set now. 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Williams. And he'll gain about 7 on this one as he gets him down into the red zone.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Stafford back to throw. Short pass brought in. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. We'll call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. Has it down close. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams take a field goal lead in our opening quarter. So Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
Kicking team on to try the PAT. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Rams take a 4-point lead.
Rams 14, 49ers 10.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Isaac Gorindo to return. Juke the defender. He stopped on the run back at the 27. San Francisco headed out for its 2nd possession of the game. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. 49ers to the line. 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. Takes out a one-stop. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
A gain of 19 yards. 1st down, 49ers.
Simply put, Kate, that is a drive starter extraordinaire.
Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's a 49er first down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine. And that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
First down, they go back to McCaffrey. And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? So you can only get back to the line as the defense all over this one.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against him. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
Second and 10 now. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And this one's brought to an end well downfield from that line of scrimmage.
Gotta be pretty good at it. Gotta be pretty good at selling to that defense. That's a drop back pass. When you get a big play on the screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Play action now, Purdy. This one's out to Pearsall on the left side. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. That's going to be caught by his back. McCaffrey. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Still set up at the 9. It's 2nd and goal. Play action now with Purdy. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Rams get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game. Well, they were thinking at least a field goal on the drive if they couldn't reach the end zone, right? But the interception keeps them from even getting 3 out of this possession.
You really hope at the end of this game you don't look back and go, shoulda, woulda, coulda. If we could have gotten some points out of that drive early, we wouldn't be in the situation we are in now.
Now LA getting its offense all set to go. And that last impressive touchdown drive, they'll have to see if they can repeat that. They're backed up again to start this one. And they'll take him down here right at the 8-yard line.
There's no route on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Williams on the carry. Still some room at the 20. And he's all the way up to the 29-yard line. It's a 21-yard gain. And it brings up an LA 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Finds him on the crossing route. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. That one goes for 25 yards. And the Rams are going to have a 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Oh, no, he lost control of another one. And that's 49ers football.
You know, this just can't happen on 1st down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is a premium on every down, every distance. But on 1st down, it is especially a killer.
Now the 49ers getting set to go on offense. And we'll see if they go right back to the passing game here, coming off an interception they threw in enemy territory. While a new offense preps to head out, we've got a stoppage. They want to make sure this is a turnover. All right, so we all know what we're looking for here, Brock. Where did an elbow, maybe a knee, something touch down? And as it does, is the ball loose at that point?
Yeah, throw in forearm, wrist, shin. There's no question the offensive guy's screaming something hit the ground while the defense is hoping it didn't.
So the nice defensive play, all for naught. He was down first, no fumble. Shotgun snap to Stafford. That's complete. Naku on the left side. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Stafford. Screen here for Williams. And they stand him up. No breaking through, and the defense holds.
Not terribly complicated on this one, just not the third down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently, little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
Well, apparently a little too long to run the field goal unit out. The offense staying put to go for it. Stafford gonna go on fourth. Got a man, that's Nakua. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. That big fourth down call is how we close out our first quarter. 14-10 our score. We'll return to Inglewood in just a moment. Time for the second quarter of play. It's Rams football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. From the gun, a carry by Williams. Good little whip there. Looks like about 6. Jason Pinnock there on the tackle.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. From the 24. Throw wheeled in by Higbee. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. That one ends up a gain of 6. And it brings up an LA first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. A run with Williams. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. He can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
Complete to number 17, Devontae Adams. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Niners countering with a 5th defensive back on this 3rd down. Now Stafford to throw. The throw is caught. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
At the 7-yard line.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Now it's Williams. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
Guessing everybody in the huddle and on the sidelines sure wanted a little bit more from that run, but you didn't go backwards. Still in a great spot and can't wait to see what they do here on 2nd and goal.
Ball placed at the 7. It's 2nd and goal. Another for Williams. And his defense standing tall. They keep him out of the end zone. Back-to-back runs stop short, and now it leaves him with a big 3rd and goal.
That's twice now where runs have not gotten them into the end zone, but you've kind of set yourself up. Actually, you've set yourself up really well for a little play action right here.
Third and goal, it's Stafford. Cut near the goal line. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
And it is good. No problems there on on the shorter attempt. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. The window to return it. And he's brought down just inside the 25. So here come the 49ers on offense. They'll look to knot up this game right now as they trail 17-10. San Francisco to the line. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. The Rams get to him, and he's dropped. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
I'm not sure that deficit's going anywhere anytime soon. If anything, this is a defense that sees their offense creating not a ton of separation on the board, knowing they've got to shoulder the load. And sacks like that go a long ways towards doing it.
So after the sack, quite the situation they find themselves in. Here comes 2nd and 22. Trying again, following the sack. Hits his running back. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
The Rams showing a nickel look. 3rd down coming up. They'll motion him out of the backfield. 3rd and long for him here. Complete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
A gain of 34 yards. 1st down, 49ers.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
From the gun, McCaffrey. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. So Reed to give to McCaffrey. 2nd down run gets him 5. Now they've got 3rd down.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. From the gun is Purdy. Finds his back. It's Robinson. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Complete to Brian Robinson. An 8-yard pickup. 1st down, San Francisco.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
1st down, Purdy to throw. Searching, pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that set quickly changes the tone of this series, Brock. It's 2nd down.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But of course we know, it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or 2.
Offense needs to shake off that sack in a hurry as they get ready for 2nd down and 13. Another try following the sack. Pass caught. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be first and goal.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's first and goal. McCaffrey. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. Second and goal coming up.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
They send the tight end in motion. He gets it again. And he's going to be stopped short. They bring him down as he gets to the 3. He gets 2 on that run. That brings up third and goal.
Okay, this is going to be a fascinating call because defensively, you've stopped the run twice now, and I think you believe on that side, well, they got to put it in the air. But this is also where the offense could say, we got 2 more shots. Let's continue to pound the football. Can't wait to watch this one.
Third and goal, Purdy. Catch is made in close. He has the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. Well, good luck stopping the big fella that close to the goal line, Brock. I've always thought that the distance right there is just made for tight ends to score touchdowns.
Yeah, and it's not just the sport that you also love to cover in basketball. It's all about matchups. You get near the red zone and into the end zone, matchups become critical. And when you got a dude like this that's a mismatch maker, you feed him.
Extra point try now from Pinheiro. Right down the middle, it's good. And the 49ers make it 17 all.
17.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Corum now on the return. The Rams and Matthew Stafford set to go back on offense. And he sure has put on that chef's hat to dice up their defense early in this one. Quite the appetizer that he's prepared to what could be a great overall performance. They motion a receiver left. Here's Williams to start the drive. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop.
Open ahead in the right direction and save this drive early. Here's 2nd and 13. They put Adams in motion left. Stafford from the gun. Into traffic, complete. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Here's Stafford. And finds Adams downfield. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 29 yards. And the Rams are going to have a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Williams now on 1st and 10. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
He was brought down at the
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Stafford back to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Adams. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And it brings up an LA first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Give to Williams from the gun. And he gets him around 6 there. Beyond the Jordan Moore there on the stop.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. They stay on the ground with Williams. And the stop comes at the 15-yard line as he gets them into the red zone. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
That's another Rams first down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
We're going to run on first down with Cora. And give him 4 yards before he stops, Brock. It's 2nd down.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Shotgun snap to Stafford. This one's caught. And he will not get the first, but oh, this is close. Looks like they're going to have about a yard at most to gain after he picked up 3. 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
On 3rd and 2, Stafford. That one connects. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much. But he got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
First down.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest and gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
We're at the 2-minute warning now from SoFi. The Rams hoping to break this tie before the half. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Williams. Gets in. Touchdown, LA. The Rams get some late points and the lead. Kyron Williams, the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to.
Now we have a stoppage. No challenges inside of 2 minutes and a half, but the replay official wants to take another look at this on their own. Well, I certainly don't envy the officials here. A lot of times, Brock, it can be so tough to have the right angle to get a perfect spot on that football.
Yeah, how they do it, I just marvel at it. A bunch of years ago, I got to do and be an official, a side judge for a spring game.
How'd that go?
Not well, because things happen so fast, and I really do. I marvel at more often than not how good these officials are at spotting the ball.
We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Go to him again. And he's stopped for a loss again, this time at the 3. San Francisco Francisco calls it second timeout. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on third down. Stafford now. And that's going to be brought in. Touchdown, LA! The Rams get some late points and the lead. Davante Adams, the touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yeah.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Extra point attempt coming up.
For the extra point.
The point after splits the uprights. And the Rams break that tie and now lead by 7.
49ers 17.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Window to return it. Jukes one defender. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The 49ers headed back out on offense as we get another look at Brock Purdy. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building. I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Finding McCaffrey with the dump off. Ooh, this is close, but I think it's going to be third down. Gain on the play up to the 38.
A gain of 4.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Purdy looking to throw here. It's 3rd and 2. Finds him on the crossing route. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. They get 28 out of that play. And it brings up a San Francisco first down. To the air again. Purdy. Completed to his running back. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8, 2nd down.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Sticking to the air here, it's Purdy. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. All right, timeout taken by the offense. 5 seconds left, and they can take some points into the locker room on this final play of the half. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. He's hit once already. This is a short one, inside of 30 yards. Piniero's kick is good, and it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Okay, that's just an excellent play call to get a chunk of yards and set up that field goal before halftime. Job well done.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So a one-possession game, Brock, after our first 2 quarters. Now let's throw it over to our pal Scott Hansen. He's got our halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Thanks so much, Scott. While we checked in with Scott in Orlando, our two teams here no doubt made some adjustments. It's a close game here as we get ready for our third quarter. Here's Evans set to kick this away. Moore with a return. He stopped on the run back of the 27. The 49ers are headed back out on offense as we get a look at Christian McCaffrey. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. 49ers to the line. 1st and 10. They'll start the second half with McCaffrey. They're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's a 49er first down.
17 yards. First down, 49ers.
Having been in enough locker rooms at halftime, Kate, I know what the messaging was in there. Start the game out by sending a message. Doesn't matter you're trailing, run right at them and go make a point.
First down, and they go right back to it. He's off again. And he's finally hauled down at the 43. Give him 13 on that play. And it brings up a San Francisco first down.
I just love that so much, Kate. Yeah, they trailed at the break, but that doesn't deter you from running the ball. And results like that will more than likely have them lean into the run game.
They stick with McCaffrey. Down the sideline inside the 30. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And that's a 49er first down.
Kate, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course, but you got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
And it'll be 1st and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line.
Tackle made at the 5-yard line.
I think we've all become very accustomed, and I'll raise my hand and saying these tight ends are almost like bona fide receivers, big receivers, but they show you right there, when they can be powerful blockers, it can make a huge difference in a run game.
They'll run here. It's McCaffrey. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The 49ers take the lead right away in half number 2. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown! They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Extra point try now from Pinheiro. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the 49ers push their lead to 3.
27, Rams 24.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Corum now on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Rams and Davante Adams getting set for another look here. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this third quarter. Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. They pick the handoff now. Stafford. He's got his man again. It's Adams. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Rams are going to have a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
On first down, here's Stafford. Finds the in route complete. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Time and again, receivers will tell their quarterbacks, just give me a chance. Just give me a chance. Just throw it up and give me the opportunity. Well, in this case, with even two defenders trying to cover that wide receiver, couldn't get it done.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Straight ahead with Williams. And he's across midfield with a gain that sets him up for 3rd and very short.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Here we go, goal line formation coming out on 3rd and inches. Trying to sneak with Stafford. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line, no gain.
It's a gain of a yard.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. And when you got a tough QB that wants to put it on his shoulders, you sign up for it.
Up the gut they go with Williams. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. On the play fake, here's Stafford. Hits him on the out route. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Stopped that time by someone who collects tackles and all-pro nods every season, Fred Warner.
2nd and 8.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand if thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is he put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
Tight end going in motion here. From the 31. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get this forward to about the 28. Brought down by Fred Warner.
Textbook hitch route. Hit him in the short field and deliver it once that defense turns their attention elsewhere. Kate, this is a low-ceiling play, but a reliable source of yardage.
Play number 9 of the drive. This is going to be 3rd and 5 to go. Nakua, the receiver, in motion right. Stafford now on 3rd down. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
On comes Joshua Carty and the Rams field goal unit to try it on 4th down. He cashed his first attempt, his second now from 45. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that will tie things up in the 3rd.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Moore with a return. And this will give him some decent field position here, partner, and this gets out to the 30. The 49ers are headed back out on offense as we get a look at Christian McCaffrey. Their last drive contained a heavy dose of the ground game, a little old-school dominance on the way to a touchdown, Brock. Let's see if they stick with it or if they go aerial this time around. Pretty throwing here on first. Uh-oh, he's in trouble, and the Rams bring him down. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for second down.
Hey, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
Second down and 19 yards to go after that sack. Trying again, following the sack. This one's quickly to Jennings. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on third down. Shotgun snap for Purdy. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
You know, Kit, with the game that they put together, it's surprising to see them really run into any hiccups when they appear. They move the ball very well throughout, just unsuccessful on that third down.
On fourth down, looks like 49ers sending out Thomas Morstead now to punt. And this somehow is only going to be our first punt of the game. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. The Rams back out on offense as we see Kyron Williams again. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. First and 10. Stafford now off the play fake. Catch made right side by Nakua. And it doesn't get much, up to maybe their own 40. That one stopped by Upton Stout.
It's now second and
That's a pretty
6
similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Second and 6 coming up here. Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. Drops this one down here for Williams. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. They'll get 18 yards there. And it brings up an LA first down.
Good for a Rams first down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Williams on the carry. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be second down.
The one thing I can say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
1 yard gain brings up second and 9 at the 49ers 41-yard line.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. Fighting for all he can, partner, but this play is not going to get past the line. It's going to be third down.
One of the challenges when you run that jet sweep is you better secure that edge. I've not seen a great jet sweep in my life where you don't win the edge of the line of scrimmage, and that time, the defense got the job done.
Throwing is Stafford on third. That one's cut along the left sideline. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And the Rams are going to have a first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. And man, did he make an impact play.
From the gun, a carry by Williams. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
Last run got him 3. Here's second and 7. Sending a receiver left. From the 16. Screen here for Williams. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets a completion, not going backwards, and the defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
Good moving drive, but it could stall out here. We've got 3rd and 4. Stafford from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Corum straight ahead. And he runs this one in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams take a 3rd quarter lead. It's a Blake Corum touchdown. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. That one right down the middle. And the Rams break that tie and now lead by 7.
27.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. The window to return it. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The 49ers headed back out on offense as we get another look at Brock Purdy. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. On the ground to begin the drive with McCaffrey. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
A gain of 19 yards. 1st down, 49ers.
I think anytime these offensive coordinators in the NFL call a run play, they're just hoping for something positive. To get a 1st down, that's a bonus.
Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield. Going to the ground again on 1st. And they send him out of bounds right as he was coming up to that marker, Brock. It's going to be 2nd down.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Less than a ruler needed here on 2nd down. On the counter, McCaffrey. And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage.
Cameron Pearl brought him down. It's a gain of 6. 1st down, San Francisco.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
1st down, they go back to McCaffrey. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. We look underneath here, Robinson. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down.
Kate, I can promise you, you go back and look at the most efficient offenses in the NFL over the last couple decades, one thing will resonate. You've got to be able to attack the middle of the field. It's great to do it with receivers. It's awesome with tight ends. But when you get that influence from your running backs, man, you become a dangerous offense to stop.
And this hasn't been a common side out of him tonight, but the defense wins this rep. He's limited to no gain on the carry.
It's a loss of a
They say
yard.
about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, an instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner.
Now there's the flag. Looks like the jump came from the left side of the line.
Ball start, offense.
So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And for the second straight play block, they're headed the wrong way. That's going to bring up a tough third down.
That is some serious defensive urgency that really does, Kate, match the situation we're in. This is a one-score game. Even though they have gotten after this quarterback all game long, they know they can't let up now.
So a really tough spot here. This is third and a country mile. From the gun is Purdy. Finding McCaffrey with the dump off. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
A 36-yard attempt.
Piniero's kick is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Listen, all he could do is make the kicks he's called out there to make. They need extra points from him, but for now, if he's able to handle his third field goal of the game and just inch them a little bit closer.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Whittington now on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Rams and Davante Adams getting set for another look here. And he's been reading the coverage, dare I say, Brock, even better than his quarterback has all game. I mean, he just continues to find openings and make plays in this second half. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Sanford. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Hey, eventually, Kate, as a quarterback, you better be careful throwing check down after check down after check down. Eventually, that defense will catch on to it, and they'll make him pay and punish him there physically.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. Looking for a target. Short pass caught by his tight end. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Rams going to punt on 4th down, and they're calling Ethan Evans to the field. Fair catch called for and made just outside the 20. San Francisco to the line. It's 1st and 10. Purdy on the play action. The catch is made near the edge. Escapes a defender. And he is brought to a stop after he found plenty of room there to run. A very active quarter for us. Plenty of points in that frame as we reach the end of 3. It's 49ers ball, and they're sort of in comeback mode here. They trail to start the 4th. One play in, and already they're close to midfield. One of the tight ends motioning right. First down throw by Purdy. Gets himself free.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Second down now, 7 to go. From the 48. He fires one deep down the right sideline. And he makes the catch on the right sideline, but no! Oh, they call it out of bounds. The throw led him just a little bit too much.
Gosh, I love how the receiver creates space from the defender, and even more so the concentration to make the catch. What he didn't have was enough real estate to get his feet in and make an exciting completion.
On third down, Purdy. Pass brought in by Jennings. And he's taken down at the 30. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, 49ers.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
So Reed the gift to McCaffrey. Juke the defender. Give him 5 on that carry. Bringing up 2nd and 5.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. And you feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open and deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
From the 24. Finds his back. It's Robinson. He's close, but he is stopped before he can get to that first down. Picks up 4.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is the completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, a big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing every one of your eligible receivers that time, a running back in the flat.
Purdy will sneak it. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stop him at the line. No gain.
Forward on the stop. A gain on the
That's
play.
more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. Play action now with Purdy. Oh, no, the ball is loose. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards.
We all saw the brief moment of full-on panic between the ball coming out and him getting back on it. The impressive part is he kept his composure while it was still loose. One mistake didn't become 2, and he cleaned it up before any defenders could.
So they keep the football, but now they face 2nd and long. Now Purdy. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Purdy looking to throw. Completed over the middle. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
A big moment coming up for Eddie Pinheiro on this attempt. It's 45 yards he'll try to connect from. Tracking for it, and it's good! And they cut it down to within a field goal.
34.
I bet you, Kate, if we were down there right in his mind as that ball sailed good through the uprights, his mind was already thinking about the next one. If this score holds and he gets another opportunity, well, the game could be on the line with that one.
Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. Corum now on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Rams back out on offense as we see Kyron Williams again. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones. Continuing to hit this defense, more good numbers well into this second half. Rams ready for this one. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Williams to start the drive. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
At the 29-yard line.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. From the 29. Gets him on the quick hitter. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 11.
It's a pickup of 11. And it brings up an LA first down.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Give to Williams from the gun. Trying to make it happen, but no luck. This goes backwards on 1st down.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him adding a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you could just see the body language. A little nod, a little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. Caught. Nice game left side. This is going to be down to, looks like about the opposing 36 for their next snap. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Double coverage deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
First down throw here for Stafford. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Intended for
Puka Nacua, the target on that throw. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd down and 10.
He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
Finds him over the middle. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there and there's nothing this defense can do.
3rd down and 2 here. The offense coming to the line for its 7th play of this drive. Now Stafford again. He has all day back there. He's running for it. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks.
1st and 10 at the
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the 1st down.
On 1st down, here's Stafford. He's got his man again. It's Adams. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Williams now on 1st and 10. And he comes through big here. 9 yards. It's 2nd down.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on second down. Another run for Williams. They stopped him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. Third down coming up.
Hey, I know 3rd and 1 feels like an automatic running down, but after seeing that last play yield you nothing, this offense and that coordinator's got a seed of doubt. This defense playing some mind games with them.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. He keeps it himself. And this defense is going to win this rep. They hold strong there in the middle, get him down right at the line. 4th down coming up.
Ooh, this is where the coach gets paid to make the decision for the offense. If they're stopping you short on a 3rd down sneak, you better think a while before going for it.
It's one of the biggest moments of the game for Joshua Carty. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. Kicked well, and this is good! And now their lead will push out beyond the field goal.
So after that make, a field goal won't cost them a lead, but a touchdown still ties it. It likely probably puts them down a point. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Moore with a return. And decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The 49ers headed back out on offense as we get another look at Brock Purdy. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play, but whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that run. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Short pass brought in. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's a 49er first down.
The smartest pass catchers I've ever been around, they know how to set up an outcut beautifully. They recognize when they have leverage, how to sell the deep route, and then boom, they just break it out as if it's nothing.
Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. He scrapes together a yard at most. It's 2nd down.
Not the big play they were hoping for when you call a jet sweep, but at the very least, it got them some positive yards. Things could have easily gone backwards there.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Trying an inside give now with McCaffrey. And he's across midfield into Rams territory. That's going to go down as a gain of 7. Now they're going to have 3rd and 2.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
Oh, and they're going to have the fullback trying power for it. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Well, Kate, that's a quick hitter to the big guy, and that's what you normally expect to see out of it. Not a huge gain, just picking up a little bit before they stall him out.
Down a score. They're going to go for this on 4th down. He's keeping it. He's going for it. They're loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stop him at the line. No gain.
So simple, yet so hard to defend, Kate. They line up, they play smash mouth, and they get the first down.
Ball on the 45. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Purdy. Finding Pearsall. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Now they send their back in motion right. And that was just a little bit too low to be brought in. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams would call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Looking to throw. Completed left side there to Jennings. Well, he got the football, Brock, but not the first. That stopped just shy of the marker, 4th down.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the 1st down.
Down a score. They're going to go for this on 4th down. And the QB keeps it on the sneak. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stop him at the line. No gain.
Kate, instead of my usual why, I'm going to ask you how. How do you stop him short on the sneak right there? And the answer, well, most of the time you can't, and you don't. And that's why they'll go to that sneak time and time again.
They're set up at the 35 now. Shotgun, handoff to McCaffrey. And 2nd down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
2nd and 13. And they got there in time. He's taken down. It's the 2-minute warning here in L.A. 49ers needing 4 points. Looking to throw. Looking to his fullback now. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped.
You've got to be cognizant of where the line to gain is. You can't run that route short, and you certainly can't throw it. That route's just not deep enough. Needed to extend it closer to the chains for a 1st down.
All right, down by 4. They got to have this one on 4th down. Desperation time here. Complete over the middle. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first. They'll look to throw it. That throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
Here he is to throw. He'll drop this down to McCaffrey underneath. He's right up next to that 1st down. Doesn't quite get there. Gain of 9. That brings up 3rd and short. Timeout taken by the offense. They're 2nd. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call's going to be on 3rd down. Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. A tight end in motion now. McCaffrey on 3rd down. And he'll get this across. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers jump in front late. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
That one splits the uprights. And the 49ers push their lead to 3. Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Corum now on the return. Jukes out a one-stop. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Rams and Davante Adams getting set for another look here. And he has kept his pace up in the second half. His quarterback more than happy to keep throwing it his way, considering what he's been able to do with his looks all game. Back to throw. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Jason Pinnock picks it. And the 49ers make the play that should win them this game.
The best defenses you can go look at through the decades are built from the inside out. And that's not just stopping the run on the inside out. That's playing your coverage from the inside out. That time, beautiful job by the defense of taking away the middle of the field, getting that interception, and setting their offense up for success.
The 49ers are headed back out on offense as we get a look at Christian McCaffrey. They run out still in possession of a 3-point lead thanks to the efforts of their defense, Brock, and now a chance to run out this clock.
And you do not want to put your defense back on the field in a tough position and needing another stand to end it. You take control of it. You make sure that defense is rested and celebrating, and hopefully you can pull out that victory formation.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. They're going to pass it here. That's going to be caught by his back, McCaffrey. And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3. So chipping away a few here ahead of this 3rd down.
You know, Kate, it is so hard on these defenses to try to keep an eye and monitor on these running backs when they leave the backfield, especially if he's waiting to chip a defender or delays in the start of his route. He's really an underrated part of their overall passing game.
Setting up to pass. And no one had a shot at that. It's at the back of the end zone, incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And that leaves them with 4th and 5.
Well, he went for it all right there. That was a highlight reel waiting to happen if he could connect. So good to get out of the pocket and keep the play alive, but even better defensively to force the incompletion.
Tracking for it, and it's good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a one-score ball game.
That's a handful of field goals for him now, Kate. In fact, 5 in this game, and they've needed every one of them to put together the lead they do have as we sit here at this point in the game.
Now Pinheiro on to handle the kickoff. Whittington now on the return. Good work so far. He's got room. And he showed some nice bursts on that run back, didn't he? Getting them all the way out to their own 40. The Rams set to go on offense once more. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. Stafford now on 1st down. Drops this one down here for Williams. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
10 at the 50-yard line.
Two timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's 1st and 10. Stafford. He's got it to him yet again. That is cut. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw it with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
From the 46. Just keeps connecting to Nakua. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. And they're still going to have one left at their disposal.
We hear about basketball on grass so much more of the space and speed coming to the NFL game. That play's so indicative of it. Get that point guard in the open field and let him do his thing.
Offense to the line for first down, conscious of that single timeout they've got remaining. Stafford throwing again. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be first and goal. Now the Rams are going to use their third and final timeout. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. First and goal. They've got 4 chances to tie this one up. Stafford's going to throw once more. And will he? No, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. And it's step 1 towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. Second and goal coming up. So the 49ers earn the win in this one. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. So for Brock Heward and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the 49ers as we say goodbye from Los Angeles.